saying words from Madhuban. Essence, sweet children, you now belong to the Father in order to be dead to this world. Essence, sweet children, you now belong to the Father in order to be dead in this world. Therefore, make your stage so firm that at the end you remember no one but the Father. Make your stage so firm that at the end you will remember only one Father. That is your last paper for 1 second. And one's question, being free from all the bondages, Nashto Moha Smriti Labdha. Question, what very intense fire is raging over the whole world at this time? What very intense fire is raging over the world at this time? What is the method to extinguish it? Answer, at present there is the fire of lust over the whole world. This fire is the most intense. There is only one spiritual mission that can extinguish this fire. For this, you have to make yourself into a fire brigade. Without having the power of yoga, you cannot extinguish this fire. The vice of lust totally destroys. The vice of lust. For this, you have to make yourself into a fire brigade. Without having the power of yoga, you cannot extinguish this fire. The vice of lust totally destroys everyone. This is why you must make full effort to chase away this evil spirit. Song, the flame has ignited in the gathering for the moths. महफिल में जल उठी क्षमा परवाने के लिए. ओम शांति. Those who are very good, serviceable children understand the meaning of this song very well. महफिल में जल उठी क्षमा परवाने के लिए. The flame has ignited in the gathering for the moons. By listening to this song, you can know the creator and the beginning, the middle, and the end of the whole of creation. These songs are played so that people can understand. From whom do you understand all of this? From the ocean of knowledge. You children know that you belong to the Father in order to become dead to this world and to go to the supreme abode. No one except the one Father can inspire you to make this effort. The Father says, by belonging to me, you have to become dead in this world just by thoughts. At the end, your stage has to be so firm that you remember no one except the one Father. You children know that the flame has come to take the moths back with him. There are limitless moths. So many come to the exhibitions. Many children probably don't even understand the meaning of the exhibition. It is the exhibition to change the old world into the new world. The Pradarshani we take. It is the exhibition to change the old world into the new world. How the new world is established and how the old world is destroyed. This is only shown at the confluence age. The two cannot exist together. One definitely has to end. Those among you who are also good children know that the kingdom of Ram, which is the kingdom of Ram, which is the new world, is being established, which is called as Satyuga, golden age. Only the Sapta Shiva, Satya Shivaba can establish that Sat Yuga. That's why the name of the yuga is Sat Yuga. Truth. We said generally that God is the only truth and other things just go on changing. After the kingdom of Ram is established, the kingdom of Ravan will be destroyed. When you become members of the kingdom of Ram, you should have no evil spirits within you. Make effort to chase away the evil spirits. First of all, you have to extinguish the fire of lust. You must become a fire brigade for yourself. That fire is the most intense and it is very dirty. It cannot be extinguished without the power of yoga. This is a question of the whole world. Everyone is ablaze with lust. There is only the one spiritual mission that can extinguish that fire. He definitely has to come here. People even say, "Oh purifier, come." I have the word. It is being established. After the kingdom of Rama is established, the kingdom of Ravan will be destroyed. When you become members of the kingdom of Rama, you should have no evil spirits within you. Make effort to chase away the evil spirits. First of all, you have to extinguish the fire of lust. You must become a fire brigade for yourself. That the fire is the most intense and it is very dirty. Remember Baba's words. These are the God's words for us. It cannot be extinguished without the power of yoga. We should definitely have the practice of Raj Yoga. This is a question of the whole world. Everyone is ablaze with lust. There is only the one spiritual mission that can extinguish that fire. And that's why people even say, "Oh purifier, please come." Those, "Oh purifier, come." Those who are lustful are called impure. They are they call out one who puts out the fire of lust, who burns the evil spirit of lust. Come, the majority here are impure. Although some do stay pure, Baba says, I give you the method with which to extinguish it. That fire of lust also goes through the stages of Sattu, Raju, Tamu. Those who cannot stay without it at all are Tamu Pradhan. They continue to burn with that desire. It is this vice of lust that totally destroys human beings. In the golden age, there are no enemies. Neither Ravan nor any other enemies of human beings exist there. You explain that the greatest enemy of Bharat is Ravan. The entire play is based on Bharat. In the golden age, it is the kingdom of Ram, and in the iron age, it is the kingdom of Ravan. It has also been shown in a cartoon that those are human beings and that these two are human beings. People go and put their palms together in front of the deity idols and say, "You are full of all virtues, whereas we are unhappy sinners." मुझ निर्गुण हारे में कोई गुण नहीं. You are full of all virtues, whereas we are unhappy sinners. When the deity is used to When the dat is used to rule here, this Bharat was definitely elevated and pure. They are used to be kingdoms of both Lakshmi and Narayan, and Ram and Sita. There were their dynasties. You would not create images of the subjects. The father now explains and makes everything so easy for you. He explains to you and says, your intellects are able. You would not create the images of the objects. The father now explains and makes everything so easy for you. He explains to you and says, your intellects are able to imbibe all of these. You are they not? In the same way that I have it all in my intellect, I have the world is being established. I have the knowledge of the tree and drama. For this is why I am called the ocean of knowledge. God says I am having the knowledge of tree and drama, and for this he is being called as the ocean of knowledge. I have the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. I am also called the ocean of purity. I am even called the purifier who comes and purifies the whole of Bharat. This is the Raj Yoga and knowledge. Those who study to become barristers study the yoga to become barrister because it is through that study that they become barristers. The father says, I come and teach you children Raj Yoga. The father says, I come and teach you children Raj Yoga. All the kings remember God. What what will they receive from God? They must definitely receive the inheritance of heaven. You ask everyone, do you have the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul's introduction? That Father is the Creator, and so He must surely create heaven. He gave the kingdom of heaven to us children. We do not have it at present, but we are once again claiming it, just as the people of Bharat claimed it a cycle ago. So it has to be claimed once again. You children also ask other, will you come to heaven with us? Will you claim the inheritance of the new world from God? Father, Bharat received the inheritance, but it doesn't have it anymore. Bharat received the inheritance, but it doesn't have it anymore. No one else can receive it because Bharat alone is the birthplace of God, and therefore charity begins at home. So the heaven will be created in Bharat only. He would only give it to those who belong here. However, many children are unable to explain. Many children are given visions by the Father. It is shown how you become princes and princesses of paradise. This is the school for changing from humans to princesses. And that's why the name is Godly University. To become a prince or a king, it is the same thing. You have these visions so that you can make effort and become like those. You must follow the Father Srimad and make such effort. If you simply see Krishna, that is not a big thing. Many saw him in the beginning and then they went away. They had visions and then they stopped studying. You cannot become this like just like that. They do not make as much effort because they are attacked by evil spirits. They have an evil spirit of body consciousness. It should stay in your intellects that the play is now ending. We have now completed our parts of 84 births. This play of whole world drama, the Srushti Chakra, is now ending, and the cycle is going to repeat now from golden age to silver age, from silver age to copper age, and from copper age to iron age. And now, presently, we are in diamond age. We are playing our role with Supreme Abode, God. We have now completed our parts of 84 births. I am now leaving this old costume and going to wear a new costume of divinity. If you simply remember this much, it is great fortune. Your mercy of happiness, your mercury of happiness should stay high. We are now to return to the land of liberation. This does not stay in anyone's intellect, although they may be sannyasis and say, we will shed our bodies and merge into the Brahma element. Their sins will not be absorbed by remembering any element. So, how can they return home? Only the one Ram, Shubaba, God, the God particle, can take you back home. He will take all the children back with him. None of them can return home just by themselves. They make effort because they do not like staying in this old world. Some then say, we do not want to come back into this play. There are many different opinions. There are millions of gurus, etc. And they all have their own directions. Although they say that your knowledge is very good, as soon as they go outside, everything ends. Many come here, but this is not in their fortune. It is not possible for them to let go of their status and come here. This is why only the poor take this knowledge. You have to become children. When you come here, it is very difficult for the sannyasis and gurus to let go of their followers and come here, especially as this is the family path. Males and females have to live together. Those whose intellects have faith are very quickly tested to see if they have let go of the status of a guru. You have to belong to Baba. Baba tells you an easy way to explain to others. You must simply ask them, what is your relationship with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul? He will definitely grant liberation in life. Human beings cannot human beings cannot give this to human beings. In order to claim your inheritance from Baba, you have to come here to study all of this. You have to do what Srimad says. Srimad, that is the thought given to you for by God. First of all, your intellect has to have faith. Then you have to follow whatever Srimad you receive. First of all, you have to give the Father's introduction. Many come here and then say, this is very good, but they do not become alert themselves. They simply give their opinion and leave. They do not know whose directions are you following. They say, we should have such exhibitions at many places. They start giving their own opinions. However, you cannot give directions to God. They have the habit of giving directions, so they do not sit and understand anything for themselves. Here, you must not give directions but follow Srimad. Firstly, you have to belong to the Father, and you then have to follow whatever Srimad he gives about how to explain to others. Those to whom you explain should put it in writing that they will follow Srimad. Only then would Baba understand that they have understood clearly. Many come here, but they do not understand anything very well. They do not become those who love for knowledge. At present, all have love for devotion. They do penance, tapasya, read the scriptures, etc. All of that is devotion. God says you have been performing the devotion for half a cycle in order to meet God. God says you have been performing the devotion for half a cycle for 2500 years in order to meet God. All the devotees, but only one is God. All are devotees. There are 33 crores deities, but God is only one who is the purifier, and therefore they themselves are all impure. This is the kingdom of Ravan. There is praise of the confluence age of the cycle. The Father comes at the confluence age of each cycle. The golden age is benevolent heaven, and the iron age is non-benevolent malevolent hell. Ravan is malevolent, whereas Rama is the benefactor. This knowledge should trickle into the intellects of your children. You should give, you should have the consent to go and bring benefit to poor, helpless ones. If some children have weaknesses, students become upset and they say, Baba, so and so has this defect. A lot of such news comes to Baba. Baba says, give me your news so that you can be cautioned. If you have any defects, you will do very little service. Nowadays, there are many educated scholars and pandits who are very shrewd. They would spoil the heads of weak children, and this is why clever children are invited to go and do service. The weak ones understand that those others are cleverer than they are. Baba also asked for news of the exhibitions and about who is doing very good service. You need to be very clever to in this. If people ask you, if you study the scriptures, etc., tell them, well, we know that everyone has been studying the Vedas and scriptures for birth after birth. We have now received Baba's directions. He says, you must not study anything. Only listen to the things I tell you. Follow my directions. Remember me, and your sins will be absolved. Death is now in front of you. I have come to take you back home. I am your father. I will give you liberation in life. According to drama, follow my directions. Remember me, and your sins will be absolved. Breath, death is now in front of you. I have come to take you back home. I am your father. I will give you liberation in life. I will give you mukti and jivan mukti. I will take you to the supreme abode, that is the incorporeal world, and then I will send you to heaven. According to the drama, each of you first has to go into liberation and then into liberation in life, the Satopradhan stage, and this is why Baba is called the best over of salvation for all. Sarvodaya, the one who has mercy for all. The whole world is included In this term, Sarvo means all the universe, the Vishwa. All means the Father of the whole world is explaining to us. All of those others are ones who do temporary limited service. The unlimited leader who has mercy for all is only one. He has the mercy for the whole world and changes the whole world. You know that Baba has come to make you into the masters of the world. You will become ever healthy and wealthy. However, even this much does not sit in anyone's intellect. If even two words sit in their intellect, it is good. We are the children of God the Father. We have to receive our inheritance of heaven from God. So, we are the God's children and we have to receive the inheritance of heaven from God. These two lines should fit in their minds. You did receive it, but you do not have it anymore. You are receiving it once again. The Father says, remember me and remember the inheritance. Give everyone this mantra. I am your unlimited Father. Of course, you have to stumble around in order to establish a religion. Your intellects should remember that this play is now coming to an end. Your intellects should remember that this play is now coming to an end. Very little time now remains. We have to return home and then we will begin our parts from the beginning. If they keep this much in their intellects, it is very good. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste, love, remembrance to our most beloved father. Essence for Dharna. First point, this play is now ending and we have to return to the land of liberation. Stay in this happiness and renounce any arrogance of your old body. Follow the directions of one Father. Do not give the Father your own directions. Second point is follow the directions given by the one Father. That is called the Srimad. Follow Srimad. Do not give the Father your own directions. Your intellect should have the faith and you must continue to follow the Srimad you receive from the Father. Blessing. May you become a Raj Yogi and self sovereign who sits on the seats of the various stages with concentration, that is stability. For Raj Yogi children, the various stages are their seats. Sometimes be stable in the stage of your self respect, sometimes be in the angelic stage, sometimes be stable in the stage of lighthouse and might house. Baba is explaining how to do meditation with various stages. Sometimes be stable in the stage of your self respect, then sometimes be in the angelic form, sometimes be stable in the stage of lighthouse, might house, sometimes be an embodiment of love and be merged in love, just as you sit on a seat with concentration. In the same way, be stable on the seats of your various stages and experience those variety stages. Order your mind and intellect whenever you want and become stable in that stage whenever you want. You will then be called as Raj Yogi and self sovereign. Slogan. Someone who is faithful is not attracted by any bodily beings, even in his thoughts. Even in his thoughts. Slogan is someone who is faithful in God will not be attracted by any bodily beings, even in his thoughts also. Acha, Om Shanti.